Okay, welcome to some Backroads in the Shelby. Put the windows up so no wind noise, and please enjoy. Not gonna push the car too hard, but just have a little fun on the Backroads. The handling is supreme. Been driving around about 30 minutes now. Get some heat in the tires. Just gotta avoid any small tree branches on the road, but this is a very tight road. Elevation changes, lots of windy turns, narrow at some points, so can't really floor it anywhere in the Shelby with 526 horsepower, but you can still dip into the throttle certainly. Let off the throttle a little bit, get some cracks and popples on decel. Coming across the yellow line. Don't be coming across the yellow line at me. Good braking power. Back on throttle. About 1 second of full throttle. Man, I feel like I'm barely even stepping on the brakes, and that thing is just slowing down like no problem. Back road, I keep it in second. Just wind out that voodoo. Of course, I checked the oil yesterday, still got good oil. I bought an extra quart just in case. Put that in the trunk. Hopefully it's not flying around. I secured it pretty well. Hill blocks view, 15 miles an hour. Okay, we will slow down for the big hill just in case. You never know what's on the other side of a blind hill. You can have fun in the car, just don't drive like an absolute maniac. Do not get air. Love how it sounds on deceleration and of course acceleration. If you just keep a big toe on the throttle just to crack the throttle a little bit on decel, you get the cracks and popples. Still can't believe anybody with the driver's license and of course the money can buy this from Ford or on the used market. Just absolutely crazy. But I think I'm starting to realize for the street this is just too much. It's just downright unnecessary. If you go to the track though, I don't have the time or money at this point in my life, being 28 years old with my job. I don't have the funds to go to a track, have track time. I can't afford a track toy, but this to me is a track toy. And I can't even imagine the R model. I bet that thing is even crazier. Just this thing on steroids, if that's even conceivable. But on a back road, it'll tear up a back road no problem at all. And for that, I love this car. You know, mine is more my 95. The handling is couldn't hold a candle to this GT350. Of course, mine's solid axle. This is independent rear suspension and the magnetic shocks. Oh man, it's a car. It is a beast of a car. What a machine. I think if I ever do upgrade from my 95 to a newer Mustang, if I go S550 platform, I'm going to have to look at Performance Pack 1 GT. Of course, it's not going to be the Tremec. It would be an MT82 car. It's my turn. Yep. So yeah, I would have to go Performance Pack 1. Or if I could find a 2019 Plus Performance Pack 2 with the auto rev match and the 305 wide tires all the way around. And those rims on those Performance Pack 2 cars look downright incredible. So I I could rock with one of those, because I think this 526 horsepower for the street, it's just, holy moly, it's too much. It's too much for the street. You know, I floored in second, and you're already going way too fast. So I'd definitely be happy. You know, kind of a sweet spot for me. I've always owned pretty slow cars, so I've been always playing around with the slow car fast mantra. Miata, 105 horsepower, 1990, 1.6 liter. Mustang, 210 horsepower, 215 maybe. In the 95 GT. Of course, I had the Honda Civic SI, the 2011 with 197 horsepower. That one, similar to this, you rev it all the way out, you hit the VTEC around 6,000, keeps pulling to 8,000. This one, of course, goes 8250 RPM. And I did have that 89 Lincoln Town Car with low output 5.0, maybe, what was it, 150 horsepower? That thing was it was just all torque just to be able to push you around, to get that heavy steel body town car moving around. And then, of course, my first car, the truck my dad gave me, always grateful for that. 2000 GMC Sierra with, I think, 270 horsepower. So that one did have some pep for sure. But man, once you get above 500, it's a night and day difference, let me tell you. Be jumping from 200 to 500, good gosh. So that's why I think the sweet spot for me could be that Boss 302, that 2012, 2013 Boss 302 with 444 horsepower. I think there could be something there. So that's why I'm curious to check that one out. And of course, a S550, you know, Boss 302 solid rear axle, S550, even Performance Pack 1, 15 to 17 years. Get that independent rear suspension and 435 horsepower. So I think one of those two cars is going to be my sweet spot. And if that's too much power, I'm going to have to go back down to 300s. And I'll have to find something I like in the 300s. Of course, the Challenger RT 5.7 Hemi's 375 horsepower, but that's a boat of a car. Let's park it over here, why not? See if they have a bathroom in there. I gotta take a piss. I gotta take a leak. But if you guys consider one of these, you got to drive one. You have to. I've been looking at this car for a long time, researching, watching videos. Do yourself a favor, drive a Shelby GT350. If you don't know how to drive stick, get one of your friends who has a stick. Have them teach you. Buy a cheapo car like I did. My first '92 Miata was 2,500 bucks or 2,650. Stick shift. I taught myself, and of course, my buddy Mason at tuner school down in Texas, he let me practice on a Chevy Cobalt. Absolute, you know, huge help from that guy. So shout out Mason. And then Ambrose, shout out Ambrose from tuner school down in Texas. He let me drive his right-hand drive Nissan Skyline R32 GTR, and that was also a beast of a car. So that's my 2 cents on the GT350. It's too much for the street, but being able to get behind the wheel and experience it is a huge blessing, and I will always remember my time in this car. Gotta love it, even down to the active exhaust, shifter, clutch feel, the power. Nice.